I am feeling absolutely massive. Um, so we're still kind of steady on maintenance right now. Um, and I am trying to tell myself to really lock in with the cut and really get diced. But overall strength is kind of hanging on quite well. So, and actually feel like I'm progressing. But for this day, we're prioritizing the weighted dips. Just by switching weighted dips and doing it before bench press, I was able to dip 3 plates, and we were able to match that this week. Last week, we did 2 plates, 25 and a 10. This week, the ego got the best of me, and I was able to match the PR. Felt relatively comfortable. Still a little bit of a grind, so it wasn't easy by any means, but that is kind of how my dips go. A little bit hesitant, especially when the weights get heavier on that initial rep. And the back offs, we did 2 plates and a 10, I believe. And those felt pretty comfortable, just sets of 3. Really focusing on the maintaining position, pausing at the bottom, consistent and steady tempo throughout. And then we're doing pull-ups for our primary back movement, and I was able to get 11 reps for the first set. And this is pretty massive. Got 10 last week, and 11 reps is a PR for sure for this body weight. So, and I really am trying to get to about 15. And I think maybe if I get to 15, I might want to push it to 20. But we will kind of see where that goes, because I really do want to start doing weighted again. But maybe there really is no need. I am, again, just a heavier individual, so the bodyweight pull-ups might just be enough. But, with doing weighted dips, I kind of want to complement that with weighted pull-ups. And, weighted pull-ups are just so badass. And I think that overall, too, it will help with my regular pull-ups. So, and then did a little bit of incline bench pressing, and I am starting to look a lot leaner, even with just this video here, seeing a little bit more separation in my chest, and seeing a more distinct outline of my lats, as I'm pressing. So all in all, pretty great. And for this day, it is a secondary day, so worked up to a top set of 4, which I set as a back offset for my other day, which is the primary incline bench press day. And then just did some back offsets of 195. And for these, same with the dips, really focusing on the stretch, focusing on the pause, and really just trying to ingrain in a good motor pattern. And these are actually feeling pretty phenomenal. So, and this day in particular, everything just felt pretty great. It is a pretty long and exhausting workout, but we're slowly progressing on everything, and that is really what you kind of have to do as a natural and lifting for so long, right? So just chipping away at each workout, trying to add that incremental load or extra rep. And for T-bar rows, just kind of hucking these, to be honest with you. Just doing these a little bit like a bro, but it is all gravy. I think you kind of have to have a little bit of mix of both. And this day is quite a lot of volume, quite a lot of exercise variety, but so far I've been loving it, to be honest with you. And I feel like I'm doing a lot more now than I did before. And I think that this stage of exercise variety where, I'm not flat bench pressing and not prioritizing that, has been pretty productive so far, and I'm hoping that when I do decide to go back to flat bench pressing, that it translates pretty well. And I don't know when that will be. I told myself that maybe I will run kind of this exercise structure for 2 blocks, maybe 3. Um, but I'm thinking that maybe I set a goal, you know, and once I reach that goal, then I can switch back to flat bench pressing and, either 3 plates and a quarter on weighted dips, or, 3 plates on incline bench press sounds pretty great. So might consider those, and maybe then I would be a lot closer to, pressing 4 plates. But I got to keep my expectations real, and in that, I am trying to prioritize the aesthetics and getting lean. So if I am going to set such a lofty goal, I think I'm going to have to be on a bulk. But I think regardless, as a natural gym rat, you kind of get greedy and you kind of want both. But that's where you get stuck into the lifetime intermediate. So you're never ever really extremely lean. You're never ever extremely strong. So, and that's kind of where I am right now. But we'll kind of see where things are. Lifting, just love it. And this is pretty much the end of the workout. Just getting a quick pump in, feeling huge, getting a little bit of motivation for the cut. So let me know what you guys want me to talk about next. See you guys on the next training vlog. Peace out.